John, how are you, sir?
Great, great.
Awesome. Today was a phenomenal day so far, with General McConville giving a riveting speech to support the military soldiers and just the Clarksville community as a whole.
Right.
Aren't you proud to be a Clarksvillian at this time?
Absolutely. Yeah, I think we're the most patriotic community in the whole nation. Yeah, absolutely.
I agree with you. One of the things that he said was that Clarksville is probably one of the most supportive cities in the entire United States of the military armed forces. How did that make you feel as a Clarksville native?
Well, it's been confirmed by many different veterans that I've talked to over the time that we've interviewed veterans in our essay contest and also part of our Kiwanis project. So.
Awesome. I think it's amazing that we have such support for our military armed forces, not only from the adult community, but also from the students also.
Yeah, the whole purpose of our project is for students to appreciate the service and sacrifice that these veterans have made. And I've had people tell me, mothers tell me, that my father told my child more than he ever told me about his experience.
Wow.
Because a lot of veterans don't want to talk about it, and it brings up bad memories.
Yes, sir.
But when they understand that children need to hear these stories, need to appreciate, then they are open up. We've had them come in the classroom that didn't want to come in the classroom, but once they did and the kids were so interested, then they became excited about it.
Wow. Well, thank you so much. If you had one thing to say to some armed service members, what would you say at this moment?
Well, thank them for their service, and I try to do that whenever I see someone in uniform or even with a haircut that indicates their service member, and also veterans, that we appreciate their service. And so I thought what the general said about having all the Vietnam veterans stand up, because they were not welcomed like our soldiers are now when they come back. So that's very important.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, sir. I really appreciate it.
Okay.
Jack, this was an awesome event, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely.
Yes, sir. General McConville gave a phenomenal speech. What would you walk away with after that?
You know, it's just confirmation, Gary, of everything that we've experienced here in Clarksville for these many years with this magnificent division here and the great leaders like we have of General McConville, and the fact that he's opens up and he makes us inclusive of the military community. So he brought us in to let us know all the details of what our brave young men and women are doing for all of us in harm's way. And those stories that he told today are inspirational to all of us. And,
yes.
And it just makes us all proud to be Clarksvillians, and that we have so many of these people living among us as our neighbors.
Yeah. One of the things that he said today was that Clarksville is one of the most supportive communities of the military in the United States as a whole. How does that make you feel as a native of Clarksville?
Well, obviously it makes me feel very good. I'm very proud of that. But you know, it's something that we hear over and over and over again wherever we travel, relative to people in the military and the Army, because they tell us that there is no more welcoming community. And that community is not just Clarksville. It's Clarksville, and it's Hopkinsville, and it's Oak Grove. It's our entire region. We understand what our soldiers are going through. More importantly, and as significantly, we understand what their families go through and the sacrifices that they make, Gary. And so therefore, we embrace them and we welcome them, and we want to nurture them and to help them in any and every small way that we possibly can.
Yeah. And I think Clarksville has done a great job with providing a support system for the families of soldiers while they're gone, wouldn't you say?
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, sir. If you had something to say to the military or to a soldier right now, what would you say to them?
It's to say to keep on keeping on. We're moving into an era where there's going to be some downsizing in the military. None of us know what that's going to mean in the future, and I know that there must be some apprehension that's out there. But our soldiers are resilient. Our soldiers are dedicated to their task, and I'm confident that that they'll perform in whatever reduced capacity we might see coming forth from Washington and these reduced budgets. Because it will be difficult, it will be challenging, but once again, They are adaptable, and they will prevail.
And wouldn't you say that as a community, no matter what the future holds, we will be there to support our men and women in armed services?
We've always been there. We're ready.
Yes, sir. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. What an amazing speech by Major General McConville. Riveting, challenging, inspiring are just a few words to describe how I felt afterwards. We are so proud to have him as a commanding general for the 101st Airborne Division at this time and at this season. Join us right now as we go downtown and get ready for Clarksville's annual Veterans Day Parade. This is going to be an event that you will not want to miss. There are some special things that are supposed to be happening, and trust me, you will want to see it. Brought to you by WCKV Channel 912.